Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby.
What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. It's Noun O'Clock. Yes, Noun O'Clock, baby.
What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock.
What time is it?
It's Noun O'Clock, baby.
GM. Welcome back, everybody, to Noun O'Clock Live. It's Air Rights Media. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for this lucky fox we wound up with yesterday. If you want to watch the end of the auction with us, you can go to nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. They'll both take you to the same place. While you're here, you can check out Nomo now, number 1429. But if we don't get another bid soon, might be too late. But you can get it for just 0.00069 ETH. That's only $1.62 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury. It goes to funding artists on chain in the Nouniverse and beyond. Go ahead and start that 30-second timer. I don't know if we're going to see the end of it. Usually we do get another bid at the end here, if history is anything to go by. We'll see what we will see. This might be it. And there it is. 24B5 coming in with the 2.47 bid. That gives us enough time to talk about the Yellow Collective. Yellow Collective is an on-chain club devoted entirely to funding artists in the Nouniverse and beyond. And Ahanka picking up collective noun number 515. This beautiful penguin. Point to 008. But if you want to check out the next one, we're going to be settling that in just a few minutes as soon as the Nouns auction is done. Until then, let's take a look at some proposals. So it does look like the House of Nouns has succeeded 182 to 0. Unanimous vote there. It does look like, unfortunately, Nouns Amigos Everywhere All at Once is 22 to 121. So that has been defeated. It does look like Nouns Fest Season 3 is going to be seeing the same fate. That ends in 18 hours, and it does have 138 against votes with 32 for. It's going to be difficult to come back from that. And with Noundry is currently sitting at 11 to 18, so that one's still anyone's game. The dynamic accessory I'm a fan of, but I do think it needs to have something to market as what it is, which I think has been the majority of the feedback. And things like this, where, like Mono said, I like the concept, but I can see this increasing voting to modify traits, and that probably won't add much to the collection and lore. I prefer to see well-designed traits that become permanent, which I think is pretty fair. I like the idea. It's in theory, in a vacuum, it's a lot of fun. In practice, I'm still on the fence. Other than that, the massive Nounish landmark at Art City V2 is up. There was a close vote on the last prop, 151 for, 167 against. There was a bunch of feedback that has been incorporated into the new proposal. So, yeah. This is a long-term landmark. One-time ask. Regathering space. Going over, we already talked about Art City at length on this show on previous days. The budget has been reduced by 25% from 190K to 119K. So instead of 4x4 squares to 3x3, so smaller, but still massive. Stretching the dollars further, the pool in the body was removed to cut costs, but the pools in the eyes are still there. The entire thing is shifted. Okay, shifted closer to power and water hookups. That also is cutting costs. But it's still giant. It's still going to be 42 feet by 93 feet. Actually, no, more than that. 60 by 93 if you count the little side things. For anybody outside of Freedom Land. Sorry. Is about 20 by 30-ish meters. Like 20 by 28, I think. So yeah. Pretty damn big. Gonna be an entry placard. Oh yeah, Noggle entryway for the photo moment. We've seen these before, sort of looking very similar to the giant Noggles at the resort. Japan. Entry placard with a QR code to nouns.world. With the nouns.wtf is up there, but as I think a lot of the people listening know, nouns.wtf is not being actively maintained. So nouns.world is being actively maintained, and it's by Mike Good, who is, one of the sponsor of this proposal and was the sponsor of the last. Actually, he proposed the last one. So nice to see. 8-week timeline. Tucumcari at Art City. Then they break down everything. So we will see where this goes. It was very close last time. It was almost guaranteed to succeed. It actually passed the maximum amount of required votes. As you can see, this one got 138 votes against. It only needed 132 to pass, or in this case, it would need 138 to pass because it does need to go over that against section. As you can see, this one got over 130 votes. That was the maximum, it would have to meet. But with 167 against, it was not able to pass. And those against votes came from only 14 voters versus 45 that voted in favor. So big chunk of that was these three that came in at the last second. But hopefully, with the changes to the proposal, that is all the little the extra ones there will change. I do think they addressed most of the vote with reasons they were left with on the proposal otherwise. Anyway, that's all the props. We've gone over everything. Not sure if anything fascinating has happened over on Warpcast. I spent most of my time on Warpcast today interacting in the yellow Cabal chat, which has been lively, mostly due to the Zora changes. Because there's some people who are in favor of them. There's a lot of people who are very much not in favor of them. I am very firmly in the latter camp. Essentially expressing that if I wanted to turn my art into a shitcoin, I would have simply bashed my head into a wall repeatedly until I came to my senses. But, to each their own. Jacopo.eth is the top bid right now, and that makes me nervous because I feel like 24B5 is going to auto bid above them at that level. 2.55 ETH. Probably going to be seeing another bid here and extending the auction once again. And honestly, I might just play some music for you on the stream because it has been a long day. I've been dealing with technology nonsense for the majority of it, and unfortunately most of the people who would come to this show, including my co-host, are currently going to events at ETH Denver. So it's going to be a fairly low-key show today in any rate, but we will find out what we get in just 20 seconds. See if there's going to be another bid on this noun. I'm going to start the timer, but we will see what we get. Never mind. 2.61 coming in from 24B5. I really wish they didn't wait for the last 30 seconds every time. I wish they would just bid instead of extending it, but here we are. So on that note, might as well come back to these vibes. What if Noun O'Clock Live at Zero Rights Media was happening? Sort of a chill club vibe. Does look like there's been some updates on Noggle's board already over on Warpcast. Will Diaz posting this cute little dark nouns board. Noggle's board is a project full of possibilities with lots of colors and diverse designs. This artwork was inspired by one of NFTs from the Dark Nouns collection, which happens to be one of mine. Well, it's apparently eminently writable, although that not having a front lid does make me a little bit nervous. Well, look who it is. We've got a banana on the stage.
Yo, yo.
Hello. We're doing some chill club vibes because I'm the only one here.
I like it. I like it. Don't change it for me. I like this. It's like sitting in
Well,
a nice
that's
fancy restaurant.
Yeah, I was going for sort of lounge.
Yeah, I'm down.
This is what I do during conventions or when it's late at night when nobody's able to come by the show. I well,
Oh,
because
that's
like
right.
usually
East
it's just
Denver.
me. Yeah, ETH Denver. That's where even on the Twitter stream, because we're also streaming video to YouTube and Twitter. Even on the
Right.
Twitter
Yeah.
stream, we're about half of what we usually get because so many people are AFK, either because they are at ETH Denver or because all of the people they interact with are at ETH Denver and they're not. They're taking the opportunity to touch grass.
Yeah. I keep just wiping it out of my mind because I'm not there. I wanted to go. I wanted to mainly go snowboarding afterwards, but which is why I kind of didn't go. But yeah, it would be cool to be there.
Yeah.
Massive FOMO. Or
Well,
just
speaking of
AO, not
FOMO, there's only
actually
a minute
missing it.
left on the auction.
Yeah, we're close.
We're very close. We've been down to the 30-second mark 4 times since I went live, and
It's been a few. It's actually been good for testing though. I've been testing in Nomo and the previews, and I noticed there was a loading state on the nouns previews every now and then. I was like, what even is this happening for? So I was able to put logs in and then redeploy it and then watch the logs and realize it's just when the bids come in and extend the auction, reloading the page.
yep.
So yeah, anyway, good for testing.
Well, that's good. Context for
can test
anybody
this
missing
settle
it, Ben
button.
has been building our own front end on Noun O'Clock Live.
Yeah, just slowly
And
tweaking.
it does
and
look
adding
like
things
we're
to
finally
Nomo.
playing the
It's happening.
feud. It is. For janky FOMO.
All right, mint these nouns. Nomo only works on optimism. Unable to settle. Damn it. Current chain does not match the target chain. So, yeah, my automatic move to ETH, send the settle transaction, then go back to optimism is not staying on ETH for long enough to send the transaction. Annoying.
Well, I do want to mention to everybody that it is a Nounder Noun day, so I'm going to be using the FOMO nouns front end just so that we can see both of the nouns side by side.
You can see
But
both of them on Nomo as well.
yeah, but you can't see the votes.
Oh yeah, no votes.
They won't fit.
Are you settling based on the votes you see?
I usually try to, yeah, whenever possible.
Nice.
Unless we're going for like a specific noun, and sometimes we're not getting enough votes here, this one way or the other. But anyway, nounoclock.live, nomo.wtf, or fomonouns.wtf, whichever you prefer. When you see a noun you like, give it a thumbs up. You see a noun you don't like, give it a thumbs down. If you get enough thumbs ups on a noun in the first 2 seconds or so of it being there, I hit that settle button and we see if that is going to be the noun that's on auction for the next 24 hours. Missed it a couple times despite being on urgent Gwei. But I think I did figure out the reason for that. Oh, that's not a bad watermelon. And it is a Nounder Noun day, so if you are on your own site, make sure you have clicked the Show Noun 1430 button. Oh, the greasy backpack.
I like the bear, all the purples. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Got that lavender body.
Oh, the fax is good here too. Printing trees, printing triangles.
Hmm. The one on the left just feels like America's Funniest Home Videos. That it has the same colors as the logo, but also I missed that show. Were you ever aware of that show? I mean, I know it's it's kind
Yeah,
of in the name, but
we used to get that and Australia's Funniest Home Video shows here.
really, you
So
got both of
we had
them?
2 versions. Yeah,
Was
because you
there
know, they
was there
copied
a
it in America.
significant difference? Because I feel like
Yeah.
Australia and at least Florida are somewhat similar.
Yeah, I mean, the whole setup's kind of the same, but there's a difference just in, like, obviously the accent and the different things that Americans would find funny compared to Australians, but still majority it's just like early fails videos, right? The best ones that most people laughed at were just what get run on fails videos now. So it's, people hurting themselves, slipping over, exploding
Yeah,
food on themselves.
AFV, whether that be America or Australia, AFV was built on the back of Schadenfreude, which
Can't
is
remember what that means.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
It's a German word, which means the experience of feeling pleasure at someone else's pain or
Oh yeah,
discomfort.
that's right. The expense. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know we've talked about it before, and
which
I'm
leave it
so
to the
told
Germans
enough
to come
about.
up with a word for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's typically uh in a real sense, Schadenfreude isn't, the pleasure of watching someone stub their toe. It's not sadistic. It is the laughing when somebody is in an uncomfortable situation, um such as, the kind that you would see on your average American sitcom where someone is just being an awkward individual.
Yeah. Chocolate
Typically
spam's pretty good.
that's what it means.
Oh, a lot
I've
of
done that a
noggles on
lot.
this one.
So
It's
many
like 5 sets of
novels.
noggles across too. That's cool. Oh, can I screenshot it in time quick? Just. Wow. Missed it.
It is being broadcast to YouTube and Twitter. If you miss it, we can just go
Oh,
back.
nice. Yes, of course.
None of these are
I,
being missed.
I did get the loading state, like, because I'm watching the Nomo ones in between the nouns, which you can barely see with your eyes. I don't know if you do. I'm going to watch the next one. No, it's just like a flash to the next noun. You don't get to see the loading state, but I somehow screenshot that loading state.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. It's a good snake.
That is a really good snake. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
settling
purple
this. I'm
pirate ship.
sorry.
Yeah, purple pirate ship's so good. They're both the
With the
Fae,
with the noggles
lilac
and
and
the
purple.
body.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
gonna
got it.
happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Landed
Good.
it. Fantastic. We
Oh,
matched the noggles with the body on one of my favorite traits. And now it's time for Nomo. If you're not there already, nounoclock.live, NOMO.WTF. You're going to see all of these nouns arrayed before you. You're going to pick your absolute favorite from among them. Spam click them with all your might every 10 seconds. Half of them are eliminated until we're left with just one. That's going to be the Nomo noun of the day. Make sure you've signed in with your wallet and you're on OP or your clicks will not be counted. Once again, sign in with your wallet. Make sure you're on Optimism or your clicks will not be counted. I really like that snake. Also, the
both the
watermelon.
snakes have almost the invisible noggles. One's just a little brighter.
Yeah, one is truly invisible. The other one's like a fake,
Yeah,
like
yeah. The
nearly
RGB
camouflage,
snake's
but
so
not
good.
quite. It is very nice. But there can only be one. Pick your favorite. We're playing the feud. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah,
Saving this this watermelon as well. And the hoodie Saturn. I like
Ethereum
that.
piggy bank. That's pretty good.
I think a lot of people are going to be storing their ETH in a piggy bank for the time being, seeing as it we had we've had an interesting couple days on ETH, and I guess across the board.
Yeah. Well,
It's
good thing
very
is my amount of ETH has not gone down.
well. There
That's
is
the main
that.
thing for me.
For anybody
Yeah,
who
that's a shame
hasn't
when
been
that
paying
happens.
attention, for if you are here for the art, not for knowing how much ETH costs, I actually have an audible representation of the last few days of Ethereum movement.
Final round. Lavender Bear versus RGB Snake. Who will win? Who will lose? 3, 2, 1, fight!
Well, I think it was just it might just be you and me playing, the 2 players. I'll make it look like the bear's got some love, but I want the snake, so I'm not gonna-
Snake
yeah.
wins. Animality.
All right, we wound up with this beautiful RGB snake for Nomo and one of the most lavender nouns I've ever seen. The most lavender noun I've ever seen. We've got the brand new lavender noggles on the brand new lavender shirt with that wonderful stepping up accessory on one of my favorite heads, the pirate ship. If you want to check out this noun number 1431, you could do so at nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. Also, don't forget to check out Nomo noun number 1431 for the next 24 hours for just 0.00069 ETH. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, goes to funding artists on chain and the Nouniverse and beyond. Speaking of which, Anahanko.eth, once again, congratulations. And it looks like somebody already settled. Collective noun number 516 is a beautiful nil eraser. Absolutely fantastic. It's wonderful. I love it. So if you want to check out this Yellow Collective noun for the next 23 hours and 54 minutes, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be. The Yellow Collective is an on-chain club, like I said, devoted entirely to funding artists in the Nouniverse and beyond. That's any sort of artist. You don't just have to be a visual artist or a digital artist. You can be an actor, a singer, a dancer, an animator, a sculptor. It doesn't matter what you are. If you make art and you can mint it, we're interested in funding it. So go check it out, yellowcollective.xyz. Just scroll down for more info. Or if you want even better look, put a yellow channel over on Warpcast. We're an extremely Warpcast native ecosystem, and that is where all of the action is. Speaking of Warpcast and the Yellow Collective, we did also fund the character design rounds, which are ongoing. And this round is fantastic. It ends on Monday, so less than 6 days now, but the character prompt is Quinn is a normal high school student, well, except for the fact that they have purple fur, multiple glowing eyes, and now that they're getting older, their spikes are beginning to grow in. Quill enjoys playing sports and is one of the star athletes on the team. They're also quite the troublemaker inside the classroom, cracking jokes and playing pranks on the other students. Out of all the creatures of the high school, Quill is one of the biggest, oftentimes having to duck under doorways or not fitting behind their school desk, but that doesn't stop Quill from being one of the most friendly creatures around. Please decide what Quill looks like and draw them in your style, and I love it. That was an interesting take. Oh, I love this. So many of these are so good. So go check out the character design, literally / character design over on Warpcast. There's the rounds rules are linked at the top, so don't forget to read those before you submit. It is very important. But otherwise, that's all she wrote. We already went over all of the proposals earlier in the show. It does look like we have broken nouns.wtf again.
Yeah, has that been down for a little while? It's probably since at least one
It's
of the
been
last
down.
updates.
It's been down since the last
Lilac
lavender
body
shirt
or
we
the
got.
yeah.
Yeah, the lilac body.
That's
By the way, I do
that's
want to
something
bring
that I
up
noticed is lavender and lilac, but are they the same color?
they are the same
Is
color.
it
They just
is
have
it
different
lavender
names for no
noggles
reason.
and lilac body? Yeah. I
Well,
looked
it's
it
not
up.
for no
Oh
reason.
no.
The reason is because other noun traits like that are the same noggles and body have different names.
Ah, interesting.
So he did keep up a
Just
nounish
copied.
tradition of being
Yeah.
unnecessarily confusing.
Okay.
I do also want to point out that we got a fantastic nounder noun as well, noun 1430. I had to go pull it up on nouns 95. But it's a bagpipe with flora noun noggles and
Yeah.
the pride
Quite nice.
accessory. So I'm a fan. But The rainbow steps with the lavender and the lilac. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a good pirate ship. I kind of want it.
Hell yeah. Well, with that out of the way, we've pretty much covered everything. Was there anything you wanted to bring up before we call it for the day?
No, I don't think so. I
Alrighty then.
think we're good.
In that case, I played this last night, but I want to listen to it again because I'm proud of this track. So, thanks everybody for coming to Noun O'Clock live at Zero Rights Media. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're going to be back here once again tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, about 9:55 p.m. EST. Until then, don't forget to check out the Nomo Noun 1431, this RGB snake at nounclock.live, nomo.wtf. Don't forget to check out the Yellow Collective auction at yellowcollective.xyz. And if you have a noun or any voting power, don't forget to vote on all of the nounish proposals that are live or upcoming. I might have one coming up soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, we will see you on YouTube, we'll see you on Twitter, we'll see you on Warpcast, but more than anything else, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming, everybody. And what matters ain't the who's baddest, but the ones that stop you falling from your ladder, girl. Yes,